The changing landscape of gaming and how we access our favorite games has pushed both Microsoft and Sony to evolve how they sell, distribute, and even create brand new games for a growing gaming community, expecting to play what and where they want instantly. Phil Spencer, the lead for Xbox, alongside PlayStation's Jim Ryan, are cultivating a transformative service-based platform that will see a solution to the rising cost of full-price games. And they reveal the secret behind those services right here. This is Colteastwood. Thank you and welcome to the channel. Today's video comes courtesy of The Verge interview with Xbox's Phil Spencer and Jim Ryan talking to PC Mag Online for PlayStation. The source is in the description if you want to check out the full interview, and if you end up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel, and let's get into it. The Xbox and PlayStation platform have evolved from a simple singular game purchase and play console experience to a service-based, multifaceted, user-driven gaming center thanks to PlayStation Now, which launched in 2015, and Xbox Game Pass from 2017. Both services offer hundreds of games downloadable and playable on console for one monthly low price. PlayStation's Jim Ryan spoke on the future of PlayStation Now, which has been serving streaming and downloadable rental-like games for 5 years and has reached a market of 2.2 million customers. Jim Ryan was asked what PlayStation has to answer to the success of Xbox Game Pass, and he said, quote, "There is actually news to come, but just not today. We have PlayStation Now, which is our subscription service, and that is available in a number of markets," end quote. Jim Ryan wants to compete one-to-one with Xbox Game Pass, which for Xbox has reached 15 million subscribers, about 7 times more Xbox players than the tenacious PlayStation market. The only way for PlayStation to truly compete with Xbox Game Pass is for Jim Ryan to combine PS Plus, their online pass, with PSNow. PlayStation Now is already offering nearly as much as Game Pass, in fact, 2 times more games, but when Jim Ryan attests to a one-to-one competition with Xbox Game Pass, he's really talking about doing the one thing the hardcore PlayStation fan base is not ready for, but would subscribe to in mass quantity. And that is day and date first-party exclusives in a subscription service. But by Jim Ryan's quote of "news to come," sounds like they have an entirely new service in mind, separate from PlayStation Plus, separate from PlayStation Now, that would be the catalyst for day-and-date first-party exclusives coming to subscribers, woven into the already establishing remote play and cloud-based gaming that they have unofficially partnered with Microsoft's Azure to make a reality with current and future hardware. Xbox Game Pass, on the other hand, is more reliant on first-party exclusives being implemented into the service from day one. Launched in 2017, offerings like State of Decay 2 and Crackdown 3 may not be the big draws to pull in masses of subscribers, but Gears 5 and Forza Horizon 4 and the upcoming exclusives in the works is partly why the service has reached 15 million in half the time that their competitor PSNow has been available. Phil Spencer says of Xbox Game Pass,
Game Pass relies on third-party content, and I want it to be that way. I want our third parties to have success. One of the things, going back to like previous CEOs, Bill always had this good point of view that you're not really a platform until other developers make more on your platform than you do. That's kind of one of the fundamental definitions of a platform. And I think it's very smart to look that way. And I think about Game Pass as a platform. I obviously, as the owner of Game Pass, are going to invest earlier than third parties will, both in when I put games on the service and the number of games that I need in order to create the flywheel that gets it to scale. So yeah, we're investing in content because we're early in Game Pass and frankly in xCloud. And I need to have great content as an attractor to customers into Game Pass and xCloud and our consoles as well. But when I play it out, I want to get to the world, and you've seen this, you've seen developers, it's been great as Game Pass has grown, start to come out and say, look, Game Pass is actually a critical part of the discovery process of my game. And it's actually created business opportunity for me. So we invest in our first party as a catalyst for growth. But in the end, I do know that most of the games, just like most of the games that are played on an Xbox, should be third parties, and those third parties have to build a healthy business on Game Pass, otherwise it doesn't work.
One of the mysteries of Xbox Game Pass is how a smaller platform like Xbox can bring in enormous hit games like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Metro Exodus to 15 million people only paying $10 to $15 a month. Phil Spencer finally reveals the secret behind how developers or big publishers are giving their games to a subscription service.
Our deals are kind of, I'll say, all over the place. That sounds unmanaged. It's really based on the developer's needs. So one of the things that's been cool to see, going to the question of do we see kind of what new things are happening, is a developer, usually a smaller to mid-sized developer, might be starting a game and say, hey, we're willing to put this in Game Pass on our launch day if you guys will give us X dollars now. And so what we can go do is we'll create a floor for them in terms of the success of their game. They know they're going to get this return. Certain cases will pay for the full production cost of the game, and then they get all the retail opportunity on top of Game Pass. So they can go sell it on PlayStation, on Steam, and on Xbox, and on Switch. So for them, what they've said, they've kind of protected themselves from any downside risk. The game is going to get made, and then they have all the retail upside. We have the opportunity for day and date. So that would be a flat fee payment to a developer. Sometimes the developer's more done with the game, and it's more just a transaction of, hey, we'll put it in Game Pass if you'll pay us this amount of money. Others want more based on usage and monetization in whether it's kind of store monetization that gets created through transactions or kind of usage. So we're open and experimenting with many different partners because we don't think we have it figured out. When we started, we had a model that was all based on usage. And most of the partners said, yeah, we understand that, but we don't believe it. So just give us the money up front.
Part of the success to Xbox Game Pass is owed to an excellent third-party support of popular long-running games. But what has really magnetized more people to Game Pass is the prospect of an Xbox brand that has ramped up first-party exclusive content to some 5 to 10-fold since the end of the Xbox One generation. Phil gives clarity for the Bethesda deal, stating that he is excited to bring games like Starfield to Xbox.
And I'm incredibly excited about the lineup, not only of Xbox Game Studios, but we've obviously also announced our intent to acquire ZeniMax and Starfield and great games that Todd and the team are working on that people are going to get to go play on their Xbox. And so I feel good, really good, the best I've ever felt about our roadmap.
With the new PS5 and Xbox Series consoles being sold at a loss, the profit margin lies squarely on bringing as many people to the platform to buy games, engage in the services, and play within the ecosystem. For Sony, that means bolstering an exclusive offering of brand new games like God of War Ragnarok and Horizon Forbidden West, included for about $10 per month in a subscription service, saving their customers hundreds of dollars on piecemeal game purchases in exchange for a reoccurring monthly fee.
I don't think we have to see others fail in order for us to achieve the goals. And that's not some kind of like kumbaya thing. It's actually real. We're in the entertainment business. But there is like a core that just really hates the other consumer product. And man, that's just so off-putting to me. We know there are millions and millions of people that are going to end up with a Switch, a PlayStation, and an Xbox in their home.
Yeah.
And those are great customers, and they're going to buy the games that they want on the platforms where their friends are or where the exclusives are, whatever it is. So like, it's not a world where in order for us to win, Sony has to lose or Nintendo has to lose or Steam has to lose or something. And I can't target Microsoft and say, hey, the board of Microsoft, our enemy is this Sony company, we should go take them out. It just doesn't, it's not even in our vocabulary to talk about Sony like that way. They're a partner of ours, frankly, in a lot of different places.
Xbox cannot continue to be competitive without compelling, high-level exclusive games. And with Bethesda games being not only exclusive to the Xbox platform on Xbox consoles and PC, but also available in the value proposition of being included day and date on Xbox Game Pass. As game prices rise, new consoles become more expensive with pricey storage expansions. The solution of a monthly gaming subscription is a win-win with Xbox Game Pass, and PlayStation Pass is a welcome evolution of value, price bundles, and more freedom to consume our favorite hobby the way we want. This is Colt Eastwood. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being patient for new content during this holiday season over here in the States. And if you've been watching the channel for a while, you may remember coverage of Xbox Game Pass and even PlayStation eventually bringing brand new exclusives day and date to their service. We don't have any confirmation, but like I said, it's literally the only thing that they are not offering right now to be one-to-one with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. I think for Sony, they have to carefully and slowly expand their first-party content to the service as their fans expect them to adhere to the maxim that their exclusives are too valuable to give away for just $10 a month. But like PS5 games going to PC, it is the next likely and logical move. For me, I'll continue to play these games on a PlayStation console or an Xbox, but it's good to see these two platforms strive to expand flexibility and offer more options for their customers. 2021 is the real foray into next generation as PlayStation has a game-packed year and Xbox will finally start delivering the first and second-party exclusive content early on next year. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel, hit the bell to be notified of new content, and channel members and Patreons can join by clicking the links in the description. Either will give you early access to new videos before they go live the next day and monthly giveaways, which I am doing 2 this week. Add me on Xbox Live and Twitter at Colt Eastwood. I'll see you in the comments, so be constructive, be excited for what's to come, and please, be nice.